There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first. Play from scrimmage, second down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A check down here to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. The completion there for the reigning MVP. And Charles, even though he's slip-sliding towards 40, it is certainly a tough task to ask a defense to stop Aaron Rodgers. But what can they at least try to do to slow him down?
I think for him is take advantage of the few opportunities he gives you. He's not going to throw very many interceptions, so if you get a chance to get your hands on the ball, you better take it. But if you can get him off the field on third down, that is a huge one. Be able to blanket receivers, knock the ball free, but get off the field, because the longer that drive goes, he's going to put it in the end zone.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down.
Come on. Hey, Dick 26.
Throwing is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd and 7. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Stafford now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henderson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Crosby with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. That's taken in by Henderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
1st down Rams.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. Akers has got the 1st down and then some. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Packers pick it up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. The 30. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here in the 1st half of play. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the 1st half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
From the 24, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out right at the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Play action. Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On the give, this is Akers. Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. Fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. On Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers over the middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. He really tried to thread that down the seam.
Yeah, he tried to rip that one, didn't he? But throwing with that velocity, necessary when you're trying to hit a quick hitter like that one. Timing execution has to be perfect. Unfortunately for him, that one fell to the ground.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal.
The kick by Crosby is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. On first down, Akers finds a seam inside the 40 and finally brought down at the 38.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford, his throw incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for the first. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Gay's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
And I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers now to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Jones. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Rodgers with a keeper, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
2nd and goal from the 1. Hill. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 3rd and goal. This L.A. Rams defense will try to bow up once more. Now it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. On the sneak, Rodgers trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Now it's Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get with under a minute to go now in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Open man, here's Cobb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Los Angeles, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year.